Hey everybody, welcome back to this Madara tutorial. Today we're going to be finishing up this game. So, for those of you who finished the last tutorial video, you might be noticing a bug. And if you had that bug and you put it in the comments, I did not address it because we're going to be talking about it in this video. Basically, what's happening is if I hold on to the bomb, and I'll show you guys right now. If I hold on to this bomb, there's going to be an issue. Sun Atom is going to go all the way in the bottom left, and I'm going to go all the way to the top right. So hypothetically, only I should die. So Sun Atom, go ahead and say hi in the chat. Hi. Okay, so now what's going to happen is I'm going to ask Sun Atom to tell us if they die. So tell me if you die. Just say yes or no, and go ahead and say it now. So say yes if you died. All right. So we have a bug, and look, we have a report telling us that there's a bug. But what's funny is this bug only occurs if you're holding the bomb when it explodes. If the bomb is not being held, there's no bug. So now, I want you guys, as an exercise, to figure out why this happened. So go ahead, try to fix it if you can, if you know. But here's the issue. I'm going to give you guys a hint. It has to do with this script right here and this script right here. So I boxed them in as a whole, so keep that in mind. It might not be this region. This dynamic region and this dynamic region, those are correct, okay? So that's not the issue. Go ahead and try to debug the problem. Alright? So, I hope that you guys figured out what the issue was. So this is a built-in bug that we put into this game in order to have you guys as developers train fixing bugs that might happen. Now let's explain what's going on. What's happening is, see this projectile right here, explosion effect? Well, if you remember correctly, explosion effect does not have any entity variables. So, what's happening is, this explosion effect is no longer is going to be exploded over here. So it's going to cause a bug. So how do you fix that? Well, there's something we have to do before we do that, which is go to your bomb and explosion radius. I told you last time to put 0, not streamed, for your explosion radius. Now we have to make it 1, because now we want the whole server to know that it's streamed. And then go to your bomb projectile and do the exact same thing. Please turn both of those into 1. Alright? And now, after you've done that, what we want to do is, it's a very simple fix. See this all items in the game? Well, we don't want to check all the items in the game. We just want to check all the bombs in the game. So here's what you do. There's two ways to do this. You can use item type groups, if you remember those, or you can use, or sorry, you cannot use item type groups. Those will not work. You have to use item types of item, or items of item type. And you just say for all bombs in the game. So here's what it reads. For all items in bomb. That's how you read that. And same thing over here. We just do for all items in projectile. But which projectile? Bomb projectile. Not blood effect, not explosion, but bomb projectile. And so that is the fix to this bug. It's a very, very simple fix. So if you had a way larger solution, then I applaud you. You thought outside of the box and it worked. But if it didn't work, go ahead and try the simple one. It's really, really easy to do. And let's go ahead and check it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to republish because that was a bug fix. So we want to make sure the server is refreshed. So let's go ahead and republish the game. And while the game is republishing, let's talk about what we're going to do today after that. After this, we're going to add score to the game. And after we add score to the game, we're going to make it show up on the leaderboard. And that basically should conclude this series because that is everything that is needed for a game to work. So yeah. While we wait for Sun Atom, go ahead and go to your entity section, go to player types, human players, and create a brand new entity attribute. Let's call it score. You can name it capital S, you can name it lowercase s, it does not matter. And you can make the initial value 0, make sure regenerate is off. And you can make the maximum value as big as you want, or as small as you want. I recommend making it larger so that there's no cap, there's no maximum value. So there we go. And here's Sun Atom. So now this bomb is about to explode. So let's play a little hot grenade. I'm gonna move around. Alright, so yeah, Sun Atom has just thrown the bomb. Now I'm gonna run with it, and I'm gonna run away. So here's what's gonna happen. Sun Atom, go ahead and go to the top right corner, and I'm gonna go to the bottom left. And we're gonna see if the bomb still explodes Sun Atom. So tell us yes or no if you die. And theoretically, only I should die. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Explode. Did you die, Sun Atom? You survived. And look at that. The bug is fixed just like that. So it's really important that you guys learn how to fix bugs because they can show up in the weirdest locations and you just might not understand it. But with a little bit of thought, you can fix them. And of course, if you cannot, there's always help with the Modera Discord server. So now that we have tested it out, let's go in and finish making score. So how do we update the score for everybody? There's an easy way to do this. Every time when we destroy all of the units right here and we set all the health equal to 0, after we do that, we just say for all units in the game, or not for all units in the game, but for all units in a certain unit type, for all units that are homies. So again, this is saying for all units that are this type of unit, okay? So that means if we created a new unit, it would not be put in this loop. And this is a really helpful loop type, and I use it all the time, so I recommend you guys use it as well. But for all units in this homie, if their health is equal to 0, because we just set it equal to 0 in the script previously, so if entity attribute value, if the health of this selected unit in this loop is equal to 0, then what we want to do is we want to set the score of the owner, is not equal to 0, my apologies. We want to say that if this is not equal to 0, so if they're alive, then we want to increase their score by 1. So set player attribute value. So not max value, min value regeneration rate, but value. So set the score of who? Who do you set the score of? That's right, you set the score of the owner of the selected unit. And you set it as what? If you guessed 1, unfortunately, you are incorrect. You have to increase 1, right? Because if you set it equal to 1, what's going to happen is the first time they get a point, they're going to be equal to 1. But the second time they get a point, it's still equal to 1. So you're not setting it as 1, you're setting it as whatever it was beforehand plus 1. So player attribute value, score of owner of the selected unit plus 1. So we're setting the score as itself plus 1. Alright? There we go. And that's score implemented. But the only issue is our score is not going to show up anywhere. So go back to your player types and human players, open up score. And in score, what I want you to do is I want you to go down to display. We want to make it visible. So make visible true, make display value true. Now this is going to show the score to the players in the game. Now there's one last thing we have to do, which is show it on the leaderboard. So we never have actually gone over how to do this, but what you do is you go to editor, configuration, and what you want to do is you want to go to UI. The UI means user interface. And you want to make sure display leaderboard is true, so yes. And for in-game leaderboard, use a player attribute. Now here's a rule. For all leaderboard attributes, they have to be player attributes. They cannot be entity attributes. And the reason is because players must have this score. So we can make this score. And everything else should be correct. So you can go ahead and save and close. And now, we're in the game. What we're going to do is we're going to republish the game. And now we're going to test it out. And if this works, then we have a working hot grenade game. And stick around for the very end because I'm going to have a challenge question for you guys to answer at the very end. So after we see that the score works, what we want to do is I'm going to show you a challenge question. And it's a very simple question. You don't have to read anything to answer it. You just have to think about the scenario I give you. All right, Sun Adam has joined. I have a bomb. And so now let's play the game as players. You're trying to run away, I'm trying to give you the bomb. Now I'm trying to run away. And this is how the game is going to work. Some players might try to hold the bomb till the last second and then throw it to somebody. That's a strategy. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, this game is meant to ensue chaos and just run. Oh my gosh. Well, I guess I should run then. If I can. No running. Okay, I'll walk. Oh, looks like nobody's gonna die. And there you have it. As you can see in the bottom right corner, my score went up, and in the top right, my score went up to 1. And so did Sunat. And if you are to die, then your score will not go up. Now, here's my final challenge question for you guys. If I give this bomb to Sun Atom, and Sun Atom leaves the game, is there gonna be a bomb where Sun Atom spawns? Or where Sun Atom is standing? Go ahead and answer that question. Pause the video. And Sun Atom, go ahead and leave, and let's see the results. There is a bomb, but it ran away. So if you answered no, there's not a bomb, you might have thought that the bomb gets destroyed because of our every second script, which I'll show you right here. You might have thought that this will destroy it, but you forget that this bomb is immediately created because of the script we wrote. So if you forgot any aspects of the code at all, please do go back into the tutorial and look through everything and make sure that you have it all. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial series and you enjoyed our scripting tutorial series, and have fun and good luck making games.